Illidan is 100% returning in The Last Titan. This is not a speculation, this was actually officially confirmed by Blizzard. However, do you remember the iconic moment from Legion when he rejected a gift of the light and destroyed the Prime Naru Xe'ra? Well, looking back at the dialogue prior to that event, she told him that the Legion is but a temporary threat and that the light needs a warrior like him to battle a much bigger problem, that is the Void. 10 years later, with Midnight in the World Soul Saga, looks like Xe'ra was 100% right. Sargeras and the Legion were indeed a temporary setback, and now in the next few months we'll be dealing with the Void. Now that Illidan is returning in the World Soul Saga, is he going to reconsider the offer this time? And could we be seeing a light version of Illidan with demon hunters wielding the light as well? While having the best deals on the market for all games and software, Gamivo just added mobile top-ups for your favorite mobile games with the best prices that you can get with my Gamivo link in the description below. Best of all, if you use my code DORON, your discount will be even bigger, so make sure to use my link in the description and the code and check out Gamivo. So, all of you remember the super iconic moment when we thought Xe'ra, the Prime Naru, was our ally, that she was going to help us together with Illidan, but instead, she decided to put shackles and to try to forcefully convert him, which caused Illidan to go crazy, to destroy her, and say things like, "I am my scars." At the same time, this was a fully badass moment where Illidan broke a super powerful being with his free will. But now, in the War Within, with a new perspective and with the recent knowledge, I think this crazy event might have been a little short-sighted. The light really is all about visions, and beings like Xe'ra definitely know a lot more than we currently do. The light is also super vague, like we never know if they're good or bad, but what is certain is that they're definitely one of the 6 cosmological powers of their own, with their very own goals and ambitions. They're definitely pushing their own fanatical narrative. What can't be denied is that they are very fanatical. They also have this background, some ancient history with the Void, where they're kind of close to them, but we don't know in what way, and we'll probably learn about this soon enough. However, as I just stated, the light is all about visions, and we have actually seen these visions occur in many occasions. We don't really know whether they predict the real future, whether they just push their own narrative, but for example, Villain got visions around Cataclysm of this final battle of the light and the Void, which we thought was some random scenario, but it is almost certainly of Midnight. The Light Emperor of the Arati also got the same vision of the final battle that the Arati called Renilash, which one part is definitely already in the War Within, but I also think the Renilash is going to be in Midnight. However, around Legion, a few years later, Xe'ra predicted something else, and we have the conversation that she actually had with Illidan. She said to him, "You, or someone like you, was bound to come. The universe throws up champions in the face of those who were destroyed. The Void is a more potent foe by far than the Burning Legion. It is the ultimate opponent of the light. It will take all the peoples of Azeroth and Outland united to oppose it. You will defy death. I have seen this. Whatever you were, whatever you are, a champion of the light is what you will be. You will be a hero, but there will be a price." Now, back in the day, we thought this was an old hag, an ancient Naru is just super crazy and just babbling about something and just trying to get Illidan recruited for their own army, but really, based on what happened in the past 10 years since Legion, she may have actually been right. It is 100% true that the Legion is not really a serious foe or the world-destroying threat that we saw back in the day, and that the Void is a far more powerful foe. A lot of people forget this, but the Legion was created to battle the Void in the first place, and this is what consumed most of their resources other than attacking us. The Legion kept the Void busy for thousands of years, and now they're gone. The Void has 100% of their army to do whatever they want. Now, Illidan was a do whatever it takes guy. He literally became a demon in order to save Azeroth from Sargeras, but I think Xe'ra saw how futile this actually was. When you think about it, Sargeras really wasn't that big of a threat, and this is now so evident with the World Soul Saga. Really, Sargeras' entire ordeal was a Titan misunderstanding. He kinda bargained into this battle against the Void, but the Void has been a far more dangerous and powerful foe since the beginning. This is the whole reason Sargeras went crazy, because he thought the Titans were powerless. So, based on this new perspective, Xe'ra may not have been as crazy as we thought back in the day. She probably did see the entire Sargeras fight as a temporary distraction, and that the real Void invasion of Azeroth is imminent. What is going to happen in Midnight soon. So her converting Illidan might have been a long-term goal, one that would help in the current Sargeras battle, but that would help prepare Azeroth for the future. This might also be why she brought back Aurelian after all this time, why she even recruited him in the first place, and why he's currently on Azeroth in one of the leading positions. So the point is, the return of Illidan to the light might not be all that crazy of a proposition, and just hear me out real quick. Illidan is a demon hunter. He decided to embrace the Fel, which pretty much changed him entirely to the core in order to battle the Legion that was after our planet and to battle Sargeras. However, once he realizes that his battle was kind of futile, it didn't really mean much, him accepting the light would really be a walk in the park with what he had gone through so far. I mean, if you realize how crazy Demon Hunter rituals are, accepting the light is literally nothing. I don't know if you remember the end of the last year's interview. Chris Metzen had essentially confirmed that Illidan's return is a 13.0 thing. He told us we are not prepared for 13. So this is not one of those like, what if maybe this character could return, he could be relevant. He's 100% returning, just his actual form is going to be uncertain. Currently, he's the guardian of Sargeras, he's keeping him imprisoned, but let's just say that won't be going on for long. Our no narrative has shifted 180 degrees, and it's not just like what it was back in the day. I mean, just think about how ridiculous the current situation is. Titans imprisoned one of their own that was battling the Void, and Illidan is now guarding this prison for the Titans, yet we're constantly learning that the Titans are definitely the bad guys, and their return to Azeroth has been confirmed. So when the Titans come to attack us and this massive conspiracy over Azeroth is revealed, there is about 0% chance that Illidan is going to remain guarding a Titan prison and being their pawn. He is going to be returning, but the light is also going to be on Azeroth's side then. We don't know in what way and whether good or bad, but if it is good, I could see Illidan taking on the offer that he rejected back in Legion. The light would cleanse his scars, and the powers of the light would be the perfect antidote to the void that is going to be present, as we don't know whether they will be fully defeated at the end of midnight. Previously, I was talking about how the demon hunters are essentially useless, as they're elite warriors built for a single purpose of battling the Legion that was already defeated, so they really have no utility anymore. I was talking about how they may embrace the void. We could get void demon hunters, as they're really no strangers to embracing dark magics. But imagine if demon hunters got the light spec through Illidan. Sounds like crazy fanfiction, but it would actually make sense. At least we know Illidan was almost light converted, and we had seen his fell scars turn into light ones. Of course, it is definitely way too early to say anything at this point for certain in the War Within, as we don't know how the things are going to play out with the light and the void and the Titans in the upcoming years. But looks like Xe'ra, the Prime Naru, was in fact right back in Legion. She did say that the Burning Legion is a temporary threat, that the bigger things are against us, the void, which we will now face. His rejection of the gift back in the day made complete sense, but from this perspective, with him being a Titan tool, he may have to reconsider the offer, and we may see a light Illidan in the near future, which would be absolutely crazy. Thanks for watching. Check out WoW 2 potentially coming back soon by clicking on the screen, and check out my second channel for real world history by clicking on the screen as well. See you next time.